Have you ever seen a completion of an obby that's insanely hard and wondered, is this a legit completion? Some people who see obby completions on YouTube tend to overlook the fact that not every video they see is real. Prime example being Shuggy.
Today we will be going over how Shuggy is the worst cheater in obby history. To some people, the best obbyist may be Count 2005 or someone like Kitsuna, and to others, it may be Shuggy. However, Shuggy is a cheater.
The way this exposal will be structured is it will go in the order of his YouTube uploads. But before that, I want to go over a list of things that don't need a specific video to see. Number 1. He does not use a hand cam or an input overlay. His reasoning, privacy.
No, I don't want people to see my Japan house.
Nobody cares about where you live, and an alternative would be to use an overlay, and he can't use the input overlay because the task doesn't work with it. Number 2. He has experience with Roblox scripting. He says he made the task ability script and is credited in the Task credits section. He also used a Roblox corruption script in his Roblox corruption stockpile video. Number 3. He doesn't use alignment keys because whatever task he's using does not implement them. Number 4. He came out of nowhere with no obby background and beats like a top 3 hardest obby ever beaten, back to Benjamin. Number 5. He doxes people if they try to expose him, an example being Mega Ender 56. Number 6. He only plays purest obbies. If you are really as good as you say you are, you can probably beat a tower like Jabberwock Jaggery easily regardless if you are good or bad with client objects. Number 7. He does not show his cursor in any completions and claims it's for a better viewing experience. If I recall correctly, one of the things that exposed cheaters in the past was their cursor acting weird because of the tasks as seen in Marcus Terry's exposal. Number 8. His tasks are horrible, bro, look at this.
Damn, son, where'd you find that?
Number 9. When he makes videos to refute exposals, he skips half of them and doesn't even disprove them. He just ends up calling the person an idiot, doxes, and threatens them. Number 10. Any of his completions after his Hootenanny one have a furry avatar that he still uses to this day. While in ghost mode you can't see shit, like bro look at this. Number 11. He also just blatantly uses the N-word in some of his videos.
Okay, so before we get into like the main proofs, Shuggy has this one video called like Proof I Don't Cheat or something like that, where he explains something called messages in recent queue. Basically, if you're not moving, it like fluctuates between 0 and 1, but if you're moving around and staying like active, it goes between like 0 and 4. So what Shuggy's saying is that he doesn't task because that number is between 2 and 4. Because when you task and stay idle, this number just stays at 0 and 1, as you can see here. Right now I'm running the task, it's fluctuating between 0 and 1. But if I move my keys, you can see that it doesn't really mean anything that he said. Good night. The first obby currently on his channel. At around 33 seconds into the video, he's on a cylinder climbing section where he snaps his camera like 10 times in a second. Right now I'll be showing the same clip just slowed down by 8 times so you can see what it would look like in normal speed. Even though this is slowed down to normal speed, he still snaps his camera at random times with no really predictability, so it's still not legit if you were to watch it. A minute and 39 seconds into the video, he does what's called the hardest jump of the obby without doing any alignment whatsoever. This is a very common theme in his completions. Pure as hell. About a minute in, he climbs up a cylinder in a way that's super RNG. Speaking of RNG, 1 minute and 3 seconds into the video, he also does a bounce instead of a lag freeze to grab a truss. Now I'm pretty good at obbying, and I've not been able to land the bounce that Shuggy does after like 5 minutes of trying. Also, here's a clip from one of Shuggy's old pure style completions. Here's an older clip of one of his honor completions since he deleted it. Frostbite. Nothing much to say about this other than that he ledge grabs the first jump for some reason. If you take a look at any other Frostbite completion, not one person ledge grabs the first jump. It's almost as if he hasn't played Frostbite at all before. Tower of the Roof's peak. Again, nothing much to say here other than the fact that he beats in 4 minutes and speedruns the whole entire thing from beginning to end. Garden of Eve. Again, there's nothing much to say. Super obvious animation fuck up literally the first jump. Tower of Paradise, the first Unreal Tower showcased on SHUGGY'S channel. At 3 minutes and 33 seconds, there is another animationless jump. I keep forgetting to mention, but I won't be pointing out animation bugs unless they're obvious. There are too many and the video would be a year long. 4 minutes and 25 seconds, he does another camera snap like in Goodnight. His camera snaps nearly 90 degrees. The ball at 6 minutes and 2 seconds is very RNG and it's very hard to set up, yet SHUGGY does it first try like he always does. SHUGGY'S Sakai. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. This doesn't really have to do anything with the exposal, but in the description it says he and some other dude made the obby, but that's not true. Jar Jar Banks the W made the obby. Anyways, this also has nothing to do with the exposal, but what the fuck music choice did this kid pick?
Misplaced in time. SHUGGY'S biggest completion. The main reason most obvious don't believe in SHUGGY'S legitimacy. 3 minutes 15 seconds. SHUGGY flicks his mouse super duper looper pooper hard, in other words. What the fuck? You can't do that. 5:55. Giant cut here. Just because it's a net doesn't mean you get to cut it and not include raw footage. Also, I don't think any player would take their time to look around once they get up there, unless it's their first time getting up there. At 10:28, there's another huge cut with yet again no raw footage. Bro can't be bothered to task 20 minutes of extra tasks for raw footage. Side note, any hobbyists who are uploading tier 14 obbies and above, please include raw footage to your videos if you make any edits. Back to Misplaced in Time. This again has nothing to do with its gameplay, but its music choices. He be going from 2 old school hip hop songs to some garbage video game music. At 11:58, he goes around a truss really odd. He flicks when he's in the air, instead of when he's on the truss. 13 minutes, 3 seconds. The last jump of Misplaced in Time. How does SHUGGY approach this? Without really any setup. What makes me mad is that this is a top 75 jump right now, and he sets up longer to do the elegant squeeze. The people in the comments who know no better see Skitsuna and block commenting and believe that he's legit.
Alright, so I didn't say this earlier because we didn't think about it, but one of SHUGGY'S more recent uploads, he puts his total time taken in his description, and he basically says he grinds the obby for 9 hours and 30 minutes a day. So towards the end of the video, we're going to take all the videos, or all his obby completions, and then see how long he plays them each day. Tower of the Floor. 26 seconds in, he does another camera snap like in Goodnight and Tower of Paradise. It looks like there could be a cut here, or a software bug, or something else. I'm not sure, but I'm still going to point it out. 6 minutes and 25. Anytime you see SHUGGY do a long jump, he never uses alignment keys, even if it's aligned to 45 degrees. The player module for the task he's using does not implement them. There's going to be no background footage for this video because I'm too lazy to go and download it. Tower of Gunga Ginga. Again, this obby has multiple nets and he doesn't have raw footage. When the world ends. At 53 seconds, for 2 frames, he isn't in first person or shift lock and his character turns. He Eat Big Mac, self-proclaimed Roblox genius, says that if this happens for more than a frame, which in this case it does, it's unlegit. 1 minute and 9 seconds. He flies up in that lodge, and in 3 frames he turns his camera 180 degrees, unshift locks and reshift locks. He does this all in one lodge. I know this is sped up, but even if you slow it down, it still looks really fake. Crazy work done on the SHUGGY channel. Star Sculpted Gray. At 50 seconds, he substitutes a dance clip for a weird falling collision bug to get underneath the platform. He does this because if you were to use any emote, your character would just start dancing without you typing anything in chat.
Tower of Dense Beauty. This has nothing to do with obbying, but he calls his whole audience dumb because of a strat that he uses 45 seconds in. 3 minutes 12 seconds. He does a 2-frame turn before shift locking. If that's not proof of him cheating, I don't know what is.
So, I don't know what this...
Gay ass nigga, shut up!
Tower of Vacant Hindrances. 43 seconds. Why is he setting up these extreme difficulty jumps on floor 3 like it's the hardest thing ever? What is the purpose of this? 4 minutes and 6 seconds. He just climbs up something that's basically unclimbable. 100% normal gameplay, what's going on here, nothing weird happening. 4 minutes and 30. How does SHUGGY just end up on the corner of the truss by pressing space, W and D? Doesn't make sense. If you've tried what SHUGGY does here, you'll know that you can't just align like that and get it first try. Also, forgot to mention this, but if you were watching him, he doesn't use any strats on any of the jumps. No floors use strats. Almost like he hasn't played this tower before. Hyperfantasian Daydreams. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. He removes a dance clip to avoid his animation not playing because of his task. I have 2 ideas why this might be. 1, his task can't do with the dance clip. Or 2, he just doesn't know how to dance clip. And I wouldn't be surprised. 11 minutes and 12 seconds. He removes a wall hop at the end of the obby and replaces it with like a filler jump. Hephaestus. 1 minute and 17 seconds in, he does a full-on animationless jump. Nobody but SHUGGY has ever done this before. 2 minutes and 42 seconds. He just starts tweaking at the end of the obby for no reason. Stairway to Heaven, 3 minutes and 36 seconds. He double bounces in a tight space on a truss somehow without aligning. 6 minutes and 3 seconds. I don't know what to call this, so I'm just going to refer to it as the 2-frame bug. He does another 2-frame bug. 6 minutes and 26, another 2-frame bug. 7 minutes and 30 seconds, another 2-frame bug. 9 minutes and 7 seconds. Why would he do this for a netted jump? It's netted and he can just do it as many times as he wants. Burger Overlord. At 55 seconds, he uses such a bad strat for this jump, it's actually crazy. 1 minute and 53 seconds, another 2-frame bug. 2 minutes and 17 seconds, another 2-frame bug. I know originally that I said I'm going to go over how many hours a day he played each obby, but since then he changed all of his descriptions and removed the day counter. We only got to look at 3 of his videos, and those are Burger Overlord, Enlightenment, and Ninja Floor. He played Burger Overlord 47 hours in 5 days, which totals to 9 hours and 24 minutes a day. He played Enlightenment for 73 hours for 4 days, totaling to 18 hours and 15 minutes a day. And finally, he played Tower of the Ninja Floor for 44 hours over the span of 4 days, totaling to 11 hours a day. I'm gonna say this again, but if this isn't unlegit, I don't know what is. I'm gonna end the video here. This was a fun project to make. I made the video to expose the cheater and to learn how to use my editing software. If you guys want to see more videos like this, leave a comment below telling me if you do, and I might make another one. I worked really hard for this video, and it would mean a lot if you guys subscribe to my channel. It's not fun to watch 3 hours of Shuggy in 0.5 speed. Anyways, this is where I'm going to end the video.
Yep.